That we are involved with a lot of budgeting activities. We get involved with the budget process for a lot of the states. We also interact with state governments.
Do you do it corporately as an organization, or is it an individual decision by members of the Alumni Association?
Okay, the Alumni Association actually work through the classes, through the members. We have the executive MBs, we have the SMPs, the AMPs, the owner management programs. When they are graduating, we make sure that the classes stay together. So a lot of these activities are done by the classes, right? And that's the best way we believe.
There's the CP1.
Yes.
Which is?
Chief Executive Program.
Chief Executive
More
Program.
than 20 years ago.
More than 20 years ago. Okay. So your class of CEP, class of 20 years ago, this is 2014, so that is 19...
No, that's...
wow. That's
1992.
So the 1992
that makes me feel very old.
So the 1992 set, CEP1, what is it that group, how many people are in there, and what is it they're doing now to make sure that they're still giving back?
Now, that class, the pioneer set, we had people like Pascal Doze, Wole Adiola, Professor Sheriki, Imo Isweli, quite a lot of influential people in the society, the MD of Farouk, the MD of 7UP. We've impacted the society. That class was actually instrumental to the formation of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, which has done extremely well in the society. One term that is very common in Lagos Business School and in the society, oasis of sanity, actually came from that class. We've been propagating that look, if each and every single one of us can be sane in our various oases, which can be accompanying our family, individual self, if the issue of integrity, which Lagos Business School is trying to propagate, is well endowed in our country, the country will be a better place. And I'm sure that this GTP that has been doing very well will have been due to classes like CEP1 and a lot of the classes in LBS. Okay. I think the LBS has done very well.
Well, this next question is to Mr. Wole Oshin. You are the incoming president. What changes, or what are we expected to see in the association?
Well, primarily, of course, I'll be building on what Demola has been doing.
So you'll not be doing the politics of we want change.
That shouldn't be happening in Lagos Business. We're not going to say it's all rubbish. We were part of it, so we're building on it. But aside from that, he's talked about the CSR, which is work in progress, which is critical for the school itself and its ethos, in terms of giving back to society and the community in which we exist. So we'll be doing that at a national level, at the executive level. Also, of course, driving the membership, increasing and improving on the financial strength, of the membership of the alumni. Right now, we have about 5,209 members, which is actually significant and is growing by the day. But we could actually get more people interested in what we're doing, so we'll be doing a lot of that. Also getting involved in policy, formulation, at the government level, getting more active, in the decisions that are taken. I think the alumni as a body, needs to get back into that space, to actually push policy and ensure that policies are, effected. So
I'm curious to ask the same question I asked Mr. Aladekomo. CP9,
yes,
about another almost 20 years ago. Now, that set, who are the people that are there and what are they doing in society now? Because we're looking at maybe 2000 till 2014, almost 15 years, over a decade.
Yeah, in our set we have a number of entrepreneurs and a number of professionals, and some actually in the government sector. The Minister of Transport, for instance, Umar, was an asset. You have Bola Shola. She's the managing director of Standard Chartered Bank. She was also in our set. You have Ipukwa Woshika, the chairperson of Sokia Chair Center, an entrepreneur, as you know. She was also in our set, and a host of all others, were actually in the same set as us, Godwin Obaseki and so on and so forth. They're all in our set.
Okay, so the mission of LBS, let me ask the LBS alumni, what's your mission?
The school basically aims to develop responsible leaders for Africa and the world. And we aim to transmit management and business education based on the concept of the Christian concept of the human person and of the economy. Okay? So we try to teach chief executives and managers that your colleague, that your employee is actually a colleague, it's an associate. You must treat him like a human person. Okay? He's not a means to an end, he's a partner. Okay? And that you must do things in a proper manner, professionally and ethically, which will give you the sustainable result. Okay? And then the school itself aims to be a world-class institution. Yes, like Demola said, we are 55 according to Financial Times, but we aim to maybe be 20, number 20 in the world. It's who says we can't do it. Okay. We are number 2 in Africa, but we could be number 1. Who says we can't do it? Okay, so that is the whole thing. The values of the school includes integrity, mutual respect, includes professionalism, includes community, okay, and includes sense of service. All right. So when students or participants pass through Lagos Business School, we teach them all these values, and we hope that they will go out there and positively affect the society.
All right. Okay. Now this is my last question, I suppose, is for Mr. Demola Aladekomo. You have been president for 2 years. What would you say is your best achievement?
Very interesting. Just as Wole said, it's always a teamwork. I love the electoral system in Lagos Business School. You are elected as a vice president. You stay there for 2 years, work closely in line with the current president, and then you then go towards becoming an ex official for another 2 years. So you are there for 6 years, working as a team. So it's not a singular thing. But in the past 2 years, I think you've seen the alumni body grow in terms of financial members, in terms of the president's dinner going from probably 900 to 1,500 now. The governing council has been very, very effective, very good. The school has been highly productive. Contribution to the school has been pretty great in terms of the endowment fund, in terms of participation. The number of programs have grown. It's been a teamwork. It's not just in the past 2 years. And it's still a work in progress.
It's still work in progress. Okay, we've got to go now, but very quickly in 2-3 words, where, when, and the event is definitely the President's Dinner. Okay. Where and when? President's Dinner is on June 7 at the Eko Hotel, the Convention Center. It will start at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. LBS time. That's 6 for 6. Not Niger time. There will be a cocktail reception that will last for 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and then the main dinner. Like Demola said, we're expecting 1,500 guests. And the dinner will also feature the change of baton, award to distinguished Nigerians, the best alumni class. So soon to be ex-official and incoming president. Yes. Okay. Yes. And then we're going to have a lot of entertainers. We're going to have the Kemini dance troupe from Akwa Ibom State. Okay. We're going to have Olo, the talking drum lady. All right. And we're going to have BJ Sachs and his band. So lots of entertainment. But the most important is the networking evening. You come and see other alumni and their spouses. So bring loads of cards, business cards to exchange. Definitely. Okay, thank you very much.
It looks like it's going to be fun, obviously. Well, thank you so much, Demola Aladekomo. CEP1, when I graduated almost 20 years ago. President of the Lagos Business School Alumni Association, Group MD of CHAMS Group and MD of CHAMS PLC. Also would like to say thank you to Mr. Wole Oshin, CEP9, Vice President, LBSAA, MD Custodian and Allied Insurance PLC. Thank you so much for coming. And finally, Mr. Henry Onukuba, EMBA 9, Director, Alumni Relations, Lagos Business School. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much for having us.
Well, Sunrise will take a break now. And when we come back, we have more to talk about. Is that it?
Yes, the home stretch now.